Hey everybody, welcome one and all to the late show. Oh no, sorry, that's another late night show that I host. Apologies. Welcome to the 2025 ProcureTech Cup update show. Thanks for tuning in. We're well on our way to finding the ProcureTech Cup champions, and we'll give you a bit of update on that here. But first, let me bring in my co-host, Sheena Smith, Senior Vice President at Rise Now for Growth. How's it going, Sheena?
You've been holding out on us. I didn't know you hosted a late night show. What's it on? Speed skating? I mean, like, what are you talking about?
Fill in for Colbert sometimes, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, casual. Yeah, nice. I'm doing good. We're to our Elite 8, which is incredible. We're there.
Yeah. It's been a long journey. I think it's longer for me and you than anybody else.
They get to hang out on LinkedIn. You know what I do have? I have some FOMO right now. We're talking about. I keep getting texts from SIG, and that was always just one of my favorite events to go to. So, just cheers to that team for putting on another great event.
And if people are watching from there, hello. Hope you're having great fun at the Sourcing Industry Group's conference.
Exactly.
So a little quick agenda here. Give you a calendar update. We'll talk about the round of 16 Group 2 results, which have already been published because today's the round of Elite 8. We'll highlight the exiting companies that are exiting the tournament, today's matchup, what's coming up tomorrow, and then a little update on our prediction brackets. If you're in the chat, say hi, let us know. I might be able to feature you as a comment here. Make sure that you download the ProcureTech Cup Almanac for this year if you haven't already. That's how you get access to all the demo videos that we either filmed through the show this year and or the brands provided when they signed up. So store.pureprocurement.ca, or there's a link in the chat as you're watching the show here. So calendar update, Thursday. It is the Elite 8. It is ongoing on my profile as of 9 a.m. Eastern time this morning. Tomorrow, the final four face off for the weekend so that everybody gets a full work day of voting time. And then Monday morning, championship matchup, and we'll know who our 2025 ProcureTech Cup champions are. So rapidly approaching the end of the tournament here. As for results, why don't we do what we usually do, or what usually.
What you just started doing 2 days ago?
Yeah, that's right.
What's our time today? 15?
No. I'm going to keep it to 10. So here are the results for the round of 16 Group 2.
Ooh.
I feel like there's that big like inception sound missing at the end of that.
I know. Yeah, like the gong, like a.
That's right. But here it is, man. Some big news, big upsets last night. When going to bed last night, I was checking the scores, and this was not the outcome that was foreordained or preordained, I should say.
Yeah, well, we got half and half, because yesterday I think we said we were gonna that the left side is who we were kind of predicting would go forward, and so kudos to Crown and Axiom knocking out some of the like very well established old guard there. Sorry to Spend HQ and Cievo. I'm sure we'll say a nice goodbye shortly. Fair Market, I think, Joel, you were saying that they were the only one who was in the tournament last year that's made it through
to the Elite 8.
Yeah, it's the Elite 8. So
we'll see that in a slide upcoming soon. But yeah, it's surprising, right? Like, because your mind goes to, the people that made it last year are going to make it again this year, right?
So much changes in a year, right? And then congrats to Oro popping through there. I think that's our kind of big intake provider that's in the Elite 8, right?
Yep, still left standing for sure.
Still left standing.
And so just before we get to that Elite 8, just a word on who's exiting the tournament here. So Spend HQ always, great fair play from them. Great presence. They were in the finals last year. So yeah, really a great participant in the tournament. You can reach out to Maxime Caputo. Go check their demo out as well if you want to learn more about what they do on the spend analytics side. And they'll tell me it's procurement analytics and linking everything through from spend to the initiatives and project management.
Well, they've got the PPM as well, right? The procurement
performance management
acquisition of Per Augusta. Yeah.
That's right. And similarly, Sievo, it's funny, they're, those two big providers in the spend, and I should have written it the same way.
I was wondering, I was like, what's your difference between analytics and analysis, Joel?
Being tired when writing it. So there's a typo to go correct in the ebook, which I'll do after this show. But yeah, Sievo as well, doing some great stuff. I know quite a few folks that are operating on the solution and love it. So go check out that demo.
Yep.
And then on the bottom half of the slide, Tealbook out of Canada, represent supplier data. Really do love what Stephanie and the team are doing over there with the revamped platform, trying to get the highest quality supplier data, aggregated supplier data together in a very neat platform that you can use to augment, enrich, bring your supplier data level to new levels. And then the Keelvar team, which are also doing great things in the sourcing space out of Ireland. So Capucin and the team there doing a great job as well. And so all these 4 providers have demos in the ebook if you want to learn more about their solutions. All right, today's matchups, round of Elite 8. So as we mentioned, we had the right or left-hand side of the bracket with Anvil, Veneering, Trust Your Supplier, and Airchain qualify on, I want to say, Tuesday. And then yesterday, Crown, Axiom, Fairmarket, and Oro. And you made the point, Sheena, that Fairmarket's the only one that made it through again to the Elite 8 from last year's crop. So very different results than what I think most predicted in their prediction brackets.
We'll get to that shortly. I think I'm super excited to see how Fairmarket and Oro play out against each other. I think it's 2 very, very well-known brands in the space, some very talented teams, and some great marketing behind both of those. I've seen a lot of plays from everyone else as well on LinkedIn, really pushing for the votes, but this could go any which way, right?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Crown's Cinderella run keeps going, right?
Well, I mean, that's appropriate for Crown, right?
Yeah, and I feel like some people might be like, oh, Crown beat us, so now we're going to vote for Axiom because Crown beat us. So they've beat a lot of brands that have high vote totals usually. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens, right?
Well, and Veneering had that initial jump in their first round out, so they're holding steady.
Yeah, and Anvil has surprised me as well in terms of how far they're getting through in the tournament. They've had a really constant performance, which has been above average, and so has allowed them to get through to the Elite 8. So I mean, these are all matchups that could go either way based on what we've been seeing. So I think there's just Trust Your Supplier where you're going, ooh, I think they're the ones to beat given their scores if they can keep delivering those types of scores.
Absolutely.
So go to my profile if you want to vote today, and then coming up tomorrow, so 8 a.m. voting closes. I get an hour to turn the votes around, turn the content around to launch the round of the Final 4. I am sending an invitation to them all today that the Elite 8, if they make it to the Final 4, they might be on the show tomorrow, just to talk a little bit more about their solution. So we'll see if we can make that happen. And so tune in for that. And then, I mean, for folks that are not in the tournament anymore or have been watching the tournament from the procurement professionals' vantage point, this is probably the most important thing. How well are you doing in your prediction bracket? And so I think we're starting to see the usual suspects here in the last couple of weeks. But Srinitesh taking the outright lead of 50 points or 50%, which means he's guessed 50% correctly the winners of every matchup that's gone so far ahead of time, right? So you have to fill the complete bracket at the beginning. So that's pretty impressive. Stefano's still in the mix. Jules still in the mix. Sri and Pierre still in the mix. And then you've got Ronald, Matthew, Chad, myself, and Stara Stevenson rounding out the top 10 here. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next couple days here, because we've got 4 matchups today, 2 matchups tomorrow, 1 matchup on
We're done.
Monday. So there's not a lot of room left to make up points.
Exactly. Super exciting.
Did you check out where you were in the standing?
No, I'm too scared. I'm sure I probably last at this point.
And so that was it for today. It's the shows are getting shorter and shorter because we got less and less stuff to cover. So Sheena, I don't know if you got a parting message for everybody watching.
Go vote. Good luck.
And as usual, if you're a procurement professional watching, you're working on your tech roadmap, you're working on sorting through these technologies to figure out what makes sense in your context, in your organization, with your objectives, with your strategy. Sheena and I both work at doing exactly that. So don't hesitate to reach out on LinkedIn and or through the newsletter if you'd like to learn more. Talk to you tomorrow, everybody.
Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.